Namaste everyone. In today's video, I wanted to share with you all about the full moon that's coming up. The full moon for March is coming up March 18th, 2022. And it's basically also named as warm, like earthworm full moon for a reason. So I wanted to speak about that, and then also what you should be prepared to do this season. So my name is Priya. I'm very passionate about sharing positivity and empowering others to live their life to their fullest. We're all creators. We have the capability to create our life the way we want. So let's make it beautiful together. Let's dive in. So the full moon is coming up this Friday. So we basically have 2 days left. If you're watching this on Wednesday, that is, you have 2 days left before the full moon. And usually the energies last 2 days prior to the full moon and 2 days after the full moon. So in duration, 5 days. But before I get into the energy, let me talk about the name, how the name came about for the full moon this month. So technically, this is the last winter full moon before spring begins. And therefore, it's actually called the warm full moon because basically the earthworms are kind of coming out of their the hidden spots and coming out to the soil because the soil is warming up, the spring is arising. And also there was a Captain Jonathan Carr, I believe his last name was, in North America, who visited Native Americans during 1700s, I believe it was 1710. And basically he mentioned that they also had a specific type of beetle that came around this time. It was called the beetle larvae. And basically that was emerging a lot during the season because the barks are wet, because the snow is melting, so the barks are wet and they're coming out of the hidden spots during this season, and therefore it's called the warm moon as well. It's actually also called the sugar moon as well, because especially in North America, this is the season where during end of the winter, people go and try to get maple syrup. So they get it from the maple tree, they put a bucket there, sap the tree, and get the sugar and make maple syrup out of it. And I love maple syrup, so this is a beautiful season. So what this basically means is spring is around. So when you see earthworms coming, or any beetles or any sort of insects, what happens is birds come around as well to obviously eat them, and therefore we start seeing more birds, and that's a nice sign of spring coming up. And then you see leaves coming out as well, and depending on where you live, for us during the winter we don't have leaves, and then we get leaves coming up, and beautiful flowers blooming during the season as well. So it's a beautiful time to kind of look at it as a new beginning. So when you look at the energy level during this time, you need to have your energies protected. You need to be cautious of what you do. Full moon obviously affects us in many ways because we're also made up of water, and the moon energies affect the water. So basically you need to, just like how I say in other full moon sessions, basically, or videos, that you need to be more aware of how you spend your energy. So during this time, your emotions can get triggered easily. So try to avoid people that triggers you, or things or events that will trigger you, especially during this 5 days where you feel like a lot of things can boil up, or kind of enhance whatever feeling that's happening. So this is the best time to kind of go inwards and do meditations and journaling and do positive affirmations and focus on positivity. And it's also not just energetically, it's also a great time when spring is coming. It's like a new beginning for you. So you can kind of focus on what kind of new beginnings do you want to focus on in your life. Sometimes, we go through these New Year's resolutions and we forget about things. But then when, especially in the winter time, if you're living in North America or any other winter countries, if you're living during the winter time, we tend to kind of bundle up and stay indoors, and kind of hide ourselves. Not everybody does that. Sometimes people are out there enjoying the winter as well, but it's easy to kind of bundle up and stay warm in the house. But when the season is beginning, then it's like a cue for you to kind of be like, okay, I need to get out there, I need to start doing things. So even though we create our New Year's resolution in January and we forget about it sometimes, this is a great time to kind of re-look at what you have written. If you have written something, if you haven't, then kind of write things down right now to see where you want to see yourself for the rest of the month, for the rest of the few months that's coming, with the great seasons coming, and how you want to end this year as well. So it's kind of good to create your goal or re-look at your goal and see where you're at, and rejig anything that's not working for you and trying something new with this new beginning, with the new season. You kind of align yourself with the universe, with what's happening around you. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please click the like button, share this video with others. And if you're new to my channel, please click the subscription button and click the notification button, as I'm very determined to creating weekly videos for you guys to empower you to live your best version. Until then, namaste.